Okay, welcome again to North Wales Grill on a Friday night. And we've got a load of people sat in the Muppet boxes. And we've got people here to sing and people to play, people to read poems, and some people who just come along so I can take the piss out of them. But anyway, I've just had a message from Andrew, and next week we're going to have one of our theme nights. And the theme apparently next week, it doesn't matter if you don't want to involve yourself with it, it's okay, is songs with any aspect of weather. All it means is at some point you've got to, a song that just has to mention rain, snow, wind, whatever. But it only has to be as much as one word, or it could be a full song about weather. It's entirely up to you.
I got Sunny Skies Sleeps in the Morning. I could do him. Sunny Skies. Yep. That's all you need.
Yeah. Right, okay. I will kick off with a Richard Digance song. It's it's still fairly long, but we've got plenty of time, I think, tonight. I've kicked out a couple of his verses and added a couple of my own. It's Folking It Up. In my head I'm still halves and three quarters. In my head I'm still gallons of fuel. That was the wrong line. In my head I'm still halves and three quarters. In my head nothing changes at all. Despite all my years I'm still kicking, though I live my life in past tense. I'm still yards, I'm still feet, I'm still inches, I'm still pounds, I'm still shillings, I'm still pence. I come from an ancient diminishing mob where pocket money was a couple of bob. At school we never had corn on the cob, slices of stew went in my gob. Going online for pants and socks, staying in to watch the box. That's what I did then, that's what I did then. In my head I'm still stones, pounds and ounces. In my head I'm still gallons of fuel. In my head I'm still halves and three quarters. In my head nothing changes at all. Despite all my years I'm still kicking, though I live my life in past tense. I'm still yards, I'm still feet, I'm still inches, I'm still pounds, I'm still shillings, I'm still pence. We've all come a long way down the track, sadly there's no turning back to the days of the rolled up plastic Mac, playing truant with my Uncle Jack. In my head I'm doing fine, in my head I still have time. But that's what I did then, that's what I did then. Depending on your age, it's LPs or CDs. Depending on your age, it's Camembert or Dairy Lees. Depending on your age, it's arthritis or the cramps. Depending on your age, it's bonus points or green shield stamps. Depending on your age, it's marathons or Snickers. Depending on your age, it's pairs of drawers or knickers. Depending on your age, it's a text or conversation. Depending on your age, you play hopscotch or PlayStation. Depending on your age, it's Adele or Sandy Shaw. Depending on your age, it's Daniel Craig or Roger Moore. Depending on your age, it's Sam Smith or Billy Fury. Depending on your age, it's The Voice or Jukebox Jury. Depending on your age, it's Ibiza or Prestatyn. Depending on your age, it's media studies or Latin. Depending on your age, it's a text or conversation. No, it's not. Depending on your age, it's a sat-nav or a map. Depending on your age, you play sport or have a nap. Depending on your age, it's Qashqai or Cortina. Depending on your age, it's goji berries or Ribena. Depending on your age, it's Peppa Pig or Andy Pandy. Depending on your age, you read Facebook or The Dandy. Depending on your age, it's Dynamo or David Nixon. Depending on your age, it's John Luther or George Dixon. Depending on your age, you understand or just don't get it. Depending on your age, you like this song or just forget it. Right, too many words in that for me, I think.
Latin, definitely Latin.
Andy Pandy for me.
Ooh, well, I'm on the cusp, I think. I think I'm both.
I don't remember that on Watch with Mother.
Oh, do you think the little house knows something too?
No, Andy.
Oh, God, we're all old, aren't we? Yeah. Right. Okay, we are over now to Canada for Helen.
Woo, yes.
How much lockdown have you got over there, Helen?
Well, they're farting around with it, to be honest. It's like that, you know, the trouble with Canadians over this side anyway, is that they don't like being told what to do, and they don't like telling people what to do. So they're a bit wet about the whole situation. So we've been lucky because we're way over the west side, and Canada being essentially in a straight line along the American border means it took its time to get here. So we're quite a long way behind everybody else. But the problem is they don't want to tell people what to do. So they just kind of go, here's advice, which we all know like isn't really going to cut it. If we had more cases, we'd be really up the creek without a paddle. But at the minute, it's not so bad. It may get bad. I don't know.
Is it more in the cities than the countryside?
Yeah, but kind of certainly through British Columbia, like the cities aren't cities. Like there's a big strip, which is just kind of one continuous city along Highway 1 and the American border to the south. So it's sort of like not chunks and then radial. It's not radial like the UK. It's like strips. And then when it gets to mountains, there's nothing. And then, you know, the Rockies. And then when it gets to Saskatchewan and Manitoba, there's nothing because there's nothing there anyway. And then when it gets to Ontario, then there's another strip kind of thing. So it's a bit like that. The horizontal stretched out thing has kept the cases down. But if it hits, it'll hit bad. You know what it's like.
It's a bit like Queen's Ferry and Connors Quay and Flint.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
In a row.
I've never noticed the similarity, but I will look carefully and see if I can spot it.
Right, I'll leave you to it, Helen.
Okay, so I thought I would do a music hall song, which is not my normal kind of genre, but I would really like to give it a go. So I thought I might do a song called Don't Have Any More, Mrs. Moore, if anybody knows it from the music hall. It was written in 1926 and it was kind of made famous by a woman called Lily Morris. So it's called Don't Have Any More, Mrs. Moore. Mrs. Moore, who lives next door, is such a dear old soul. Of children, well, she has a score and husband on the dole. I don't know how she manages to keep that lot, I'm sure. I said to her today as she was standing by the door, Don't have any more, Mrs. Moore. Mrs. Moore, please don't have any more. It's true, the more you have, the more you want, they say. But enough is as good as a feast any day. If you have any more, Mrs. Moore, you'll have to rent the house next door. It's all right now they're here, but take my advice, my dear. Don't have any more, Mrs. Moore. The little inn she likes to use is called the Wooden Hut. She's first one in at opening time and last out when they shut. And when she's had a few, she likes to do the la-di-da and get so ratty when they shout at her across the bar. Don't have any more, Mrs. Moore. Mrs. Moore, please don't have any more. It's true, the more you have, the more you want, they say. But enough is as good as a feast any day. If you have any more, Mrs. Moore, you'll never find your own street door. Too many double chins gives the ladies double chins. So don't have any more, Mrs. Moore. She's had a lot of husbands, what in love with her have fell. Be quiet, come here. She's had a lot of husbands, what in love with her have fell. This one is the 7th one and he don't look too well. A year ago she married him and on their wedding day, as they were walking down the aisle, I heard the parson say, don't have any more, Mrs. Moore. Mrs. Moore, please don't have any more. It's true, the more you have, the more you want, they say. But enough is as good as a feast any day. If you have any more, Mrs. Moore, I don't know what we'll do, I'm sure. Our cemetery's too small, there'll be no room for them all. So don't have any more, Mrs. Moore. Don't have any more, Mrs. Moore. Mrs. Moore, please don't have any more. It's true, the more you have, the more you want, they say. But enough is as good as a feast any day. If you have any more, Mrs. Moore, I don't know what we'll do, I'm sure. Our cemetery's too small, there'll be no room for them all. So don't have any more, Mrs. Moore.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry about the dog. He's my girl.
It's a live show.
Splendid.
It's live, all right. When I start singing, she starts woofing. I've no idea why.
Lovely.
It's a protest.
Right.
Appreciation.
yeah, it's just appreciation, Helen.
That's me,
That was-
mum.
it
That's
was,
me, mum.
I mean, we normally expect something traditional from you. Really enjoyed that. That was smashing.
Thank you. Branching out a bit.
And it's good you can join us again. If you need your hair cutting, if you come over here and go down to Coombe Bran, apparently there's somebody down there that will cut your hair for you. But then you get a TV crew following you.
Oh, okay. I'll give that a thought.
Right, okay. Thanks ever so much for that, Helen. That's lovely. And we are back in real now with Mr. and then Mrs. Hawkins.
This song is called The Cliffs of Dunedin. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountain, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places I've ever seen, there is none that can compare with the cliffs of Dunedin. Take a view o'er the mountain, find sights you'll see there. You see the high Rocky Mountain on the west coast of Clare. The towns of Kilkee and Kilrush can be seen from the high rocky slopes around the cliffs of Dunedin. It's a nice place to be on a fine summer day, watching all the wildflowers that ne'er do decay. The hare and lofty pheasant are plain to be seen, making homes for their young around the cliffs of Dunedin. Fare well to Dunedin, fare well for a while, and to all the fine people I'm leaving behind, to the streams and the meadows where late I have been, and the high rocky slopes round the cliffs of Dunedin. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountains, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, there is none that can compare with the cliffs of Dunedin.
Right, move yourself, Mike. Come on, get the missus in.
I just worked out now. You know, Mike's got a very special voice. We all know that, and we're all pretty well jealous of it. But he's like a swan. I've come up with the word serene. You know how a swan floats on the water and it's crazy underneath, concentrating. I reckon behind that smooth exterior, he's thinking very much about what he's doing. But it just comes out.
Absolutely.
There we are, Michael.
Very clearly sometimes as well.
Yeah, Michael Serene Hawkins. And talking of Serene, John, there's a link.
Yes, I'll tread down your toe.
Right. And Mike's also got more sense than me because he's got the bloody words written down, hasn't he?
Right. Just a small piece called Remember When, written by Anonymous. A computer was something on TV, from a science fiction show of note. A window was something you hated to clean, and Ram was the cousin of a goat. Meg was the name of my girlfriend. A gig was a job for the night. Now they all mean different things, and that really megabytes. An application was for employment. A program was a TV show. A cursor used profanity. A keyboard was a piano. Memory was something that you lost with age. A CD was a bank account. And if you had a 3-inch floppy, you hope nobody found out. Compress was something you did to the garbage, not something you do to a file. And if you unzipped anything in public, you'd be in jail for a while. Log on was adding wood to the fire. Hard drive was a long trip on the road. A mouse pad was where a mouse lived. And a backup happened to your commode. Cut you did with a pocket knife. Paste you did with glue. A web was the spider's home, and a virus was the flu. I guess I'll stick to my pad and paper and a memory in my head. I hear nobody's been killed in a computer crash, but when it does, they wish they were dead.
Oh, very true, very true.
We're getting a little bit of a theme here tonight, aren't we? Right, oh, I've lost my listener. Oh, we're up to Capel Currig.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, you requested this, and I have to apologise to Nick Jackson, of course, because normally he would be accompanying this, wouldn't he? So,
Well, I'm sure that will be all the better for not having him on
oh,
there.
come on. It's a shame, because with the tight time delays, it just wouldn't work. So it's like, anyway, we'll give it a go. It's a long time since I've done it. Shining Clear, just for John. A mile and a bit a mile more, a bun a burn a yomp below. Davy and Donald and Charlie and all, and the moon was shining clearly. Yin came home with the other, and then the others came home with the other two men, and both were returning to service again, and the moon was shining clearly. It's out the barn and o'er the hill, through the dark, and there's a still, with a cup in your hand and you drink your fill. The moon was shining clear. Clocks were chapping in house and home, 11, 12, and yin and two. The good man's face was turned to the wall, and the moon was shining clearly. A wind came up from off the sea, it blew the stars as clear could be. It blew all the een or all the three, and the moon was shining clearly. It's out the barn and o'er the hill, through the dark, and there's a still, with a cup in your hand and you drink your fill. The moon was shining clear. It's out the barn and o'er the hill, through the dark, and there's a still, with a cup in your hand and you drink your fill. The moon was shining clear. Now Davy was first to get sleep in his head. The best of mine are friends, he said. I'm weary here, I'm a wa to my bed, and the moon was shining clearly. Two of them walking and cracking the lane. The morning light came grey and plain, and birds a he-amot on stick and stane, and the moon was shining clearly. It's out the barn and o'er the hill, through the dark, and there's a still, with a cup in your hand and you drink your fill. The moon was shining clear. Years ayond, years awa, lad ye mind whate'er befalls. Lad ye mind on your heels of the law, and the moon was shining clearly. It's out the barn and o'er the hill, through the dark, and there's a still, with a cup in your hand and you drink your fill. The moon was shining clear. It's out the barn and o'er the hill, through the dark, and there's a still, with a cup in your hand and you drink your fill. The moon was shining clear.
Oh,
Lovely.
must be.
I can't wait to do it with Mr. Jackson again, actually, to be honest. 'Cause his harmonies, spot on.
And just to prove he didn't need the words in front of him, Alan was singing the whole thing with his eyes shut. I know.
I sing.
He's got them written on the inside of his eyelids.
Yeah, tattooed, mate, tattooed.
How long is it since Fox Firkin sort of disbanded?
Trying to think now, 2002, something. No, when Andy go back, 2010, wasn't it, Nick?
Oh, you're muted, Nick. You're muted, Nick.
That 2010 that we split up, and we tried for a couple of years on our own, didn't we?
He's muted. You're muted, Nick.
Yeah, the technology's too much for him. Is a simple sort of person.
Can you hear me, Mother?
Was it
We
about
can now.
Was it about 2:10, Nick?
I think it was. To be quite honest, it's a blur.
I know it was 18 years of a blur, wasn't it?
It was. It was so much fun.
Andy went to
So
Exeter.
much fun in Swallow's Nest, eh?
Yes.
32 weeks a year for 12 years, or what it was. Oh my God.
The Farmer's Arms was best.
Yeah.
Andy went off to Exeter area, didn't he? Is he not back in?
No, he's back in St Anne's in Tregarth
Oh right.
with his partner
Yeah.
Juan.
Down mid Wales then.
No, he's up
Oh.
Carthen, right near me. But I don't see.
All right.
Bethesda.
I keep,
Well,
yeah,
there might be a Fox Firkin reunion.
Well, I
sometime.
have suggested it.
We've
We could have a joint big band. We've talked about it for a long time.
There we are.
Rum bum and Fox Firkin, eh?
Well, there's not much
or
of rum bum left.
A bum Firkin.
I'm saying nothing.
Yeah.
me neither.
Right, better move on. We're moving on up the Great Orme to Gaffer.
Oh, it's very nice, me being between the other two brothers. There was a time when Nick and I and Alan are our brothers, but just not each other's.
It was a group called Not Each Other's Brothers. I remember that, yeah.
We performed at least once.
Yes.
Didn't make a fortune because it was for charity, but there you go. Lovely to see you there, brothers. One of my favourite songs from the Ladybird book of Fascists for Boys. It's about a little Italian bloke who got himself a job running the country. He did some bits quite well. He would have made a good minister of transport, but he slipped up in other areas. Goodness gracious me, that's not a lion. No, it's all right. It's a pet. I always get a bit worried when I see furry items in a house so close to a zoological garden. Right. We had pasta for our breakfast. We had pizza for our tea. And at night, a great big dish of Mussolini. He lost his morals early when he first went on the take. He lost his army in the desert, lost his navy by mistake, lost his air force over Malta 'cause it looked a piece of cake, and never was a loser like our Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. When he heard that Abyssinia had no army, had no guns, then he thought a slight invasion might provide some harmless fun. But at the sight of Archie Wavell, you should have seen our Benny run. Jesse Owens won a call, Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. Yeah. His economic policy was hardly worth a dime, but anyone would think that killing people was a crime, and at least you must admit he got the trains to run on time. Just a ticket, you can stick it, Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. He would stand on hidden boxes and stick out his great big chin, puff out his barrel chest and tuck his flabby backside in, and hope nobody would notice he was uglier than sin. Bald, fat, ugly little short arse, Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. Now he and Uncle Adolf made a far from pretty pair, but to contradict the German Benito wouldn't dare. His influence was falling even faster than his hair, and that fell fast enough off Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. When the Allies captured Beni with the fall of Italy, Hitler sent his paratroopers in to set Il Duce free. But once he started prattling, Adolf wished he left him be. Even Hitler couldn't silence Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. Now Mussolini's bodyguard is not a happy man, for to hide the Duce's whereabouts is difficult to plan. When his chin rolls up in Rome before his arse has left Milan, can't be easy trying to hide our Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. I wouldn't shed a tear if I found out that Musso died, although my eyes might moisten at the Undertaker's plight. 'Cause to get him in this box they'll have to stand the sod upright, for he's wider than he's tall, is Mussolini. We had pasta for our breakfast, we had pizza for our tea, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini. Mascheroni, tortelloni, cannelloni, prosciutto, pappardelle, campanelli, tagliatelle, cinzano, pizzaiola, pizzaiola, gorgonzola, prosecco, and at night a great big dish of Mussolini.
Magnificent.
This one verse is completely in Italian. Italy.
Kind of madness, isn't it? An international flavour, though.
Definitely.
Lots of international.
No one does it like Gaffer.
Thank God. Right, before we move on any further, we have got, you just have to shake your heads if you want. Chaz and Jan, have you anything for us tonight? Yeah. Oh, you're not synchronised with your nodding.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, harmonised.
That's better. That's better. Yeah, we've got standards here. Okay. What about Carl? No, that's a shake your head from Carl. Right. Okay. So Chaz and Jan, I'll put you in towards the end. You are after Irene, before Alan. Okay. Right. Is there any football on the telly tonight or something? Because the Scousers aren't here, are they? No. Any football, Alan? Anybody know if there's any football?
They're sulking on the basis of a couple of lost games for Liverpool. I'm not going to mention it again, but they're definitely sulking.
Yeah, well, I didn't mind them losing to Burnley, but I was not happy when they lost to Brighton. That didn't do us any favours. We're struggling to stop up this year. And
We don't sulk, we grieve.
Right. Okay. So my highway of life has been strewn with footwits, which brings us to Mr. Nicholas Jackson.
Well, thank you very much for that lovely introduction. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'd also like to thank Gaffer for that lovely... There's something lovely, romantic and lyrical about Italian, isn't there? It reminded me, Karen and I got married in Italy, and it was lovely just to be taken back to those balmy nights in Amalfi by Gaffer.
Did you have a nice big dish of Mussolini for your wedding breakfast?
Oh, we did. It was lovely. This is off the Dick Wrigley's Greatest Flops album. It's called The Exception That Proves the Rule. Sitting here alone, wasting all my time. I should be hard at work, sweet baby, but you were on my mind. I swore I'd not get involved, keep my distance and play it cool. This is not what I planned, and now I understand you're the exception that proves the rule. Trust the words that are spoken, 9 out of 10 of them are lies. I prefer to believe what the fingertips say, the truth that's told with the eyes. This is a dangerous game, well suited to this kind of fool. Maybe I'll start to rely on the heart of the exception that proves the rule. When it comes to affairs of the heart, I should be left to my fate. The only thing worse than dying alone is living with someone you hate. Have I been unlucky in love, or was it life being cruel? Now I long for the charms to be back in the arms of the exception that proves the rule. Sitting here alone, wasting all my time. I should be hard at work, sweet baby, but you were on my mind. I swore I'd not get involved, keep my distance and play it cool. This is not what I planned, now I understand you're the exception that proves the rule. This is not what I planned, now I understand you're the exception that proves the rule. Thank you very much.
I'm sure if that's the sort of thing that you enjoy, people out there, you perhaps enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right. No, you got good sound tonight, Nick. I understand you're back on your old laptop, are you?
It's the Commodore 64 I dug out. Works better.
No, that sounds a lot better than that Chromebook.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a bit of a struggle.
What was that thing that the guy with the ZX81 and the Spectrums, he invented that little bike that you were going to commute to work on? Yeah, Sinclair.
Yes.
Wasn't that something, that little three-wheeler thing that you could go under lorries with?
A C5.
Oh, it's C5. I bet if you had one now, it would be worth an absolute mint.
Yes. Collectible.
I have a Citroen C5, but it's a lot different to that three-wheel thing.
Goes marginally faster, does it?
They have character, John. They have character.
Whoa.
Right, okay. We've got John and Carol next.
Oh, Helen's leaving us, so she said goodbye and she's gone. Bump.
Cheerio, Helen.
Oh no, she's going. Goodbye, Helen. Goodbye,
Bye,
Helen.
I've got an
Have a good day.
appointment. I'll catch up on the later video one. Be safe, everyone.
Okay, cheers on.
Thanks
Good
a
night,
lot.
Elizabeth.
Night.
John boy.
Oh, all right. I'll go now, shall I? Okay, and no one's died tonight. It is a folk club after all, isn't it? So I'm gonna sing this horribly sort of maudlin song for you all. It's called Onward Home, and crossed with Mary's Dream. As I onward go through the ancient forest, birds are in the trees, wood smoke on the breeze. Night is drawing near, and the light is fading. Will I find my way back to you? It's been 7 years since I held you near me, tricked to go and fight across the sea. How I hate that man, that recruiting sergeant. Hope I never see his like again. I hear the cannons roar, the screams of the dying, the ringing of the swords and the crack of guns. The smell of blood and powder in the air around me. Got to find my way back to you. I walk out from the trees into the village clearing. There's no one around to see me home. Our cottage, it stands there, light streaming from the window. Walk into the room and I see you there. A young child lies asleep. She must be our Mary, grown into a girl since I've been away. My arms reach out to you, but you do not see me. What is going wrong? I don't understand. Then it all comes back, the bullet piercing through me, my life's blood running out on the ground. My soul has made it back to the one who loves me, but my body's lying cold in a foreign field. Years later, his wife reminisces about that same night and what a daughter said she saw. And she says, little Mary said to me, he's coming home today. Seldom mentioned him before, now he's coming home today. I could hardly hide my tears, for she was too young to know. She'd been gone for 7 long years, and she'd not seen her grow. The army took my love away all that time ago. I could not tell my child my fears and how I missed him so. Tucked her into bed that night and I kissed her sweet young brow. She looked at me and smiled and said, my daddy's come here now. I could not breathe, I could not turn, but thought I heard my name. Felt her presence close by me, but all looked the same. Mary fell asleep that night, her young face wreathed in smile. In my lonely bed, lay awake and cried. An old maid now has still remained since he went off to war. Then my child, she dreamed of him a walking through the door, and she swears that on that night he stroked her hair and he held me tight. Faded in the candle's light.
One of those endings, John.
There were a lot of people there hanging on every word there, John.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was lovely, yeah. Who wrote that?
Me.
Oh, bloody hell. There you are.
I
just had a
suspected as
feeling.
much, but we just like to give you the credit, you know. Credit where credit's due.
And talking of credit to Carol for prompting him at the beginning of that verse. Well done, Carol.
Right. Talking of Carol. Shifty your bum to the front, Carol.
She's shifting in. I shall shift out. Go on.
Put the knitting down, lass.
Right.
Oh, I did that earlier. There we go. Okay, good to go.
Yeah, yeah.
This one's called Bafflement and Confusion. I'm baffled and confused by scientific fact. For example, if the moon's bright light is reflected sunlight, why is the night sky so black? I'm bemused and a little puzzled when to the dentist I go. How easily he can pull a tooth from the top or the bottom row. Yet when a skeleton is found, buried many years before, all the teeth that person had are still firmly in the jaw. And I'm more than just a little perplexed when watching an incoming sea, with the white crested waves rolling in towards me. Yet if I move from north coast to south at the same time of day, why is the movement of the tide not going the other way? And when I look into the night sky, at all the stars I see, to be told they're really suns, well, it blows my mind completely. So I think I'll stay just as I am, with a simple belief in things. That there's a star in the sky for every one of us, and the moon has the face of a man. Thank you.
I always think that they have wings.
It was a diet that was low in refined sugar and high in fibre, plus they didn't live very long anyway.
And the moon's made of cheese, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it still? It must be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, where's my list? Okay, thanks. I haven't heard that one before, Carol. That was really nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Try and do ones that you haven't heard before. I've
Right.
got a list of what I've done here.
Always enjoyable. Lovely.
Right, okay, I will just refresh everybody's memories. It's Jeff next, followed by Brian, Davith Bing, Mike and Helen Davis without Helen, Gwyn, Irene, Chaz and Jan, Alan. Yeah, Leslie thought I was frozen. Am I frozen?
No, you're not frozen, John.
No. Got a lot of background noise from somewhere. I'm trying to work out where it is.
Right. Well, Leslie thought
Fine.
I was for. So did you all catch that? Jeff, Brian, Davithan B, Mike, Gwyn, Irene, Chaz and Jan, Alan. Okay, so without further ado,
It was
it's down.
Leslie said to me she didn't think you were frozen. She thought you were frigid or something similar. I can't quite.
Oh. You're so funny, Alan. I think I've had an accident down here. Right, Jeff.
All right, we're good to go then, are we? Evening, everybody. I came across this, probably about a week ago. It's one that I liked songs that tell stories, and this tells a story. And I heard it a long time ago, and it was by a group called the McCalmans. Some of you might remember the McCalmans, Scottish group, and it's a song called "Men of the Sea." And I've not actually performed this, so I'm going to read the words, and we'll see how we go. Men of the Sea. At the age of 15, I slipped out from the harbour. My very first trip o'er the silver Spitbound. I was galley boy, messman, the lowest of callings, but at last I was off to the trawl fishing grounds. Fair Isle to Labrador, Fair Isle to Norway, cold England shore, learning the trade with the men of the sea. Long years as a decky, well I hauled for me living, and I danced on the deck to the wild Arctic gales, to the tight grip of fear as the cold seas broke o'er me, and I soon learned the truth of the old trawling tales. Fair Isle to Labrador, Fair Isle to Norway, and cold England shore, learning my trade with the men of the sea. And in between trips, well, a town couldn't hold me. I'd do things I couldn't with a head full of rum. A girl on each arm, and the pockets soon empty. It's now and pay later, there's hard days to come. Fair Isle to Labrador, Fair Isle to Norway, and cold England shore, learning my trade with the men of the sea. Now I know every hull that tops the horizon, and I know all the tricks of the trawl fishing trade. Know the sea as provider, betrayer and taker. When I've got my mate's ticket, well my future is made. Fair Isle to Labrador, Fair Isle to Norway, and cold England shore, learning my trade with the men of the sea. And a skipper at last, I stand tall on the dockside, a boy to the man, to the master of men. Now the ocean is mine, as we slip from the harbour and go back to the sea to start learning again. Fair Isle to Labrador, Fair Isle to Norway, and cold England shore, learning my trade with the men of the sea. Yes, I'm learning my trade with the men of the sea.
Oh, good song.
Yeah, not heard that one before, Jeffrey. Very nice. Enjoyed that. And
I heard that in Theatre Clwyd. It must have been 30 odd years ago.
Now, can you? Well, we can all remember 30 odd years ago. It's 30 seconds ago that we have the trouble with, isn't it? Right. Before we go down to the south coast of Brian, I see Karen's just joined us. Can't see her, but she's there. Karen's daughter of the Stoke, isn't she?
That's right. She's a little duck. She's a duckling.
Yeah. A Stokeling.
Yeah.
And but it just I think Karen knows Natalia. From what I remember, and just remembered that Natalia said she would have something for us tonight, so we better leave room for her somewhere. But we've got plenty of room, loads of room.
She said next time.
So next time she said. So that might not be tonight. So right, okay. Where am I, Brian?
Okay, Linda's not here this week because she's working, so I thought I'd share screen a duet I made with another lady from the Isle of Wight, and the song's called Never Loved Before, which was recorded by Alan Jackson and Martina McBride. I don't normally use backing tracks in case there's a copyright claim, but I did upload our recording to YouTube and I had no claim, so I think it's pretty safe to use it. This is with a girl called Jo Walkdean, but she wanted to do a harmony CD, so a harmony song, so we had to use a bit of flair and imagination to create it. But anyway, I'll play it now. Share screen it. Girl, I swear you got me acting crazy. Half the time I don't know what my name is. I'm the kind that likes to take it slow and lazy. And girl, you got me running hot and hazy. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never loved before.
Boy, you got me burning like a rocket. You stole my heart and stuck it in your pocket. Now I got your face inside my locket. I've really tried, but I don't think I can stop it, baby.
Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never loved before. Sat beside me last night on love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never loved before. Sat beside me last night on the sofa. I took your hands and pulled you a little closer. You kissed my lips and then you let me hold you. That feels the way that love's supposed to be, baby. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never loved before.
You're strong and sweet and all the things I needed. You're the one who keeps my heart beating, baby.
Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never before.
starts spinning every time that you are near me. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never loved before. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never. Oh, I love you like I never loved before.
What have you got that all these women find so attractive, Brian?
You see,
What are
that's
we? What are all those old gits?
Well, usually when I ask ladies to sing with me, they usually say no, but occasionally someone agrees.
You are full of surprises, Brian. That's all I'm going to say. You're full of surprises.
Oh, that was just beyond words, really.
Yeah, the way we
It's perhaps as well that for our sort of real live regulars, it's perhaps as well Brian Bull and Adrian West aren't here, because they'd be doing a lot of tut-tutting. That's not folk music, you knew. That was bloody brilliant, Brian. Thank you.
The only thing I would say about Brian's choreography was quite economical, wasn't it, compared to the young lady who was bopping about the place?
The way we created it was we started with a tape. She sang her part, then she passed it on to me. Then I played the tape, and I sang my part and sang over where the choruses were. And she was basically miming on the video.
You're too clever for us, Brian.
I thought she was at Glastonbury.
Yeah, then where we were. Really. Yeah. It's more trouble than it's worth, to be fair, but probably won't.
No, that was really good fun, Brian.
Good fun.
Chris will need a laugh at the minute, don't we?
I was trying to turn the sound down at one stage, and I think I
an extra minute of you.
Yeah, we could see your little mouse pointer wiggling around the place.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit too loud. I was trying to turn it down. But there we go.
Right, well, thank you, Brian. I think we all really enjoyed that. A little bit of sunshine in our miserable lives. Right, going over to Davith and B now.
Well, I've got bad news for you tonight, I'm afraid. Delegation has happened, and I'm doing 2 things tonight.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
I thought as much, John. There is no worse news around.
Well, B, you stinker, B. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, can you do one?
There you are.
Can you do one this half, one second half, please? Did you catch that?
That could be done. The second one is very short indeed.
Okay, that's fine. Just go for it then.
Okay. Right. I understand that today is Welsh Music Day. The good news, the only bit of good news I've got is that I'm not going to sing this one, but it's a poem by Thomas Parry Williams, written nearly a century ago when he was leaving Rio de Janeiro on a ship. And there was a young girl on the quay at this place. And she was waving at everybody, although she didn't know anybody at all. But this is Thomas Parry Williams's take on that girl. Placiau'r tygiau'r llong tua'r dwfn, a'r plagiau I gyd yn chwirlio. O'r cannoedd oedd yno, ni sylwn ar neb, ond ar ferch ar y cei yn Rio. Ffarweliau a phawb, nid adweinau neb, mewn cymysgiaeth rhwng chwerthin a chrio. Eisteddau, cyfodau trosi a throi iawn a'n ferch ar y cei yn Rio. Yn wysail y goden Ffreinig Wen ar ei hysgwydd, a honno'n sbio i bobman ar unwaith, fel llygaid di-sab y ferch ar y cei yn Rio. Efallai ei bod wedi bod rhyw dro i rywun Lili neu Leo. Erbyn hyn, nid oedd neb. Nid oedd ond pawb ar y cei yn Rio. Ac eto, yng nghanol rhai milau neu moes, ni welais neb yn ei difrio, nac yn gwawdio gwacter ei ffarwel hi, y ferch ar y cei yn Rio. Pwy a edrydd yn fydrwydd ei chanyn iach, neu'r ofn a dda ddim wrth bitio. Pen wendid y ferch ar llygoden wen, y ferch ar y cei yn Rio.
Now, chwarae teg, even if you don't understand a word, isn't that a beautiful language?
It is. You're right.
There you are.
No,
no,
I would choose to disagree. It's an ugly language. It's all and sounds from the belly. No, I disagree. Sorry, I choose to disagree.
All right, yeah. Welcome to Wales, John. Right, now then, there's even worse news here. There's something that I happened to see on Facebook this morning, and it was a response to something that our Welsh friend, John Shepherd, had put on there. And here is the response. If you really want bad news, I'm going to make an awful noise interpreting it. Here we go.
If I can just...
listen up, speakers, wherever you are, for the grammar police, they are not very far. They're checking your speech for each tiny flaw, so never say lay when you really mean lie, and check every word that exits your mouth, for they fear language is changing. No, please don't let your participles dangle. No split an infinitive if you don't want to mangle the rules of the game that referees untangle. They hear every slip of your slovenly tongue and would as soon have you hanged, but not hung, for they fear the language is changing. I hope that you said should have, not should of, and between you and me, not between you and I. If you really can't tell your who from your whom, it really is time that you left the room, for language police are prophets of doom and fear that the language is dying.
Oh, was it Eli Jenkins in Under Milkwood that once said, "We are a musical nation"?
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yes. Praise the Lord, we are a musical nation. Yes.
Especially watching B behind you.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know. She was. She was the inspiration. Well, more than that, she wrote the words.
That's brilliant.
But for those who don't do Facebook, put something on this morning because I'm doing the blog this week, and you have got to be so careful in this club writing anything. Just the slightest apostrophe in the wrong place. And there was a clip of a Nazi officer interviewing a prisoner, and it was giving him severe grief about his grammar. And anyway, if you didn't see it, you didn't see it, and that's it. But it was in very bad taste, as Alan said, but very funny. And that was B's response to it. I think it was better in the written word than it was.
There you are. Yes, we all know who the ones are who you're taking the piss out of, John.
Right. Well, thank you, Dareth. And then we are now moving down to Surrey, to the land of Waitrose.
We don't just have Waitrose, we have Sainsbury's as well.
Oh, you have got a Waitrose, though.
We do have a Waitrose.
That was the first time I ever saw a loaf of bread for more than £2. I couldn't believe it. It's a long time, about 10 years ago. Waitrose, and I swore never to go there again.
Yeah, it's our nearest supermarket.
Well, we've got a Waitrose on Anglesey, but they built it when Kate and William were at Valley, and I think they just built it for them, to be honest. And it's not the best supermarket in the world. It's quite a I fear litigation. I'm saying nothing else.
Believe it or not, I bumped into the two of them there twice.
You mean you shop at Waitrose?
Well, yes, I used to go and visit my mother a lot at that time, who was in a home on Anglesey. Yeah.
We couldn't afford to shoplift at Waitrose. Right. Anyway, sorry, Mike. I'm digressing.
Only a little bit. Okay. One of our favourite live performers is a guy called Raymond Froggatt. I hope some of you know him. Otherwise, better known as Froggy. He's nearly 80 and he's still touring. Well, he was before COVID came along, anyway. And he's a singer-songwriter, and this is one of his songs. Just like a cloud, I will hang on the wind, and just you and I, we could reach anything. And I came to you like a bird with a broken wing, and you took my part. Now I'm ready to begin. And if anyone should ask me why I'm never feeling blue, well, the reason why I'm living is it's all because of you. And if anyone should ask me how I know your love is true, well, the reason why I'm certain is it's all because of you. Well, I look at you as the sun takes its rest, and evening shadows fall on the face I love the best. And so till the dawn I will think about you still, and through the long and lonely night dreams of you I will fill. And if anyone should ask me why I'm never feeling blue, well, the reason why I'm living is it's all because of you. And if anyone should ask me how I know your love is true, well, the reason why I'm certain is it's all
nice and gentle. Get used to your happy clappy stuff. That was lovely and soft.
That was
and
delightful.
You
That
do
was
try-
his feminine. I think that was his feminine side, John.
Yeah, you're quite right. Yeah, we do try to ring the changes a bit.
Yeah, it's
That
not
was a
related
delightful
to
song.
Selwyn Froggett, is it? Was
Oh.
Selwyn Froggett somebody else?
That's something else entirely.
He had I remember a single he had out in the 60s, maybe 67, 68, Rolly.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the only song I can remember from Froggett.
Oh, he's written for lots of people. He's written for Cliff Richard. He's written for all sorts of people.
Yeah.
He does a sort of a poppy country set. He's a very good performer. Poor chap, he's getting a little bit past it now. He has to be helped on stage by a couple of minders.
I know the feeling well.
Sounds a bit like Donovan, actually. Come on.
I once got in trouble when he was performing because I went to this sort of country music night and we did a lot of dancing. But when he came on, I got up to dance, and evidently you don't dance when Raymond Froggett's on. You just listen. So they all grabbed me and pulled me off the floor.
Pissed where you, Brian. Oh, obviously. Sorry. Obviously. That's my usual excuse. I was very, very drunk at the time. It's not a valid excuse in a court of law, apparently.
Right, have you got Gwyn's video lined up?
I'm blessed, John, with Gwyn's video is ready for us. Don't blink. It's a minute and a half of pure joy and sense.
We'll have the poem this half, and then if he can do us a song second half.
Is he in agreement? Give us a thumbs up, Tigre. There we are. Right. Okay, I'll share it now.
I don't care if he's in agreement or not. He's not getting a choice.
He's a hard taskmaster, isn't he?
Here he comes. Click the button, Jones. Click the button.
The weeks are passing by. This week's offering is a meditation of a young girl thinking about the man she wants to marry and the reaction of her brothers and sisters and mother and father. It's a traditional piece. It's called Annwyl Arthur Ifan, the beloved Arthur Ifan. Mae mhen i'n dweud y dylwn droi fy nghefn ar Arthur Ifan. Mae pawb yn dweud ei fod o'n hyn o lawer na fy hunan. Mae mam yn dweud ei fod yn ddyn di-dda, di-ddawn, di-enaid. Niwad a finnau, mae'n di-ddisg, yn ddi-ddrwg a di-niwad. Mae'n had yn dweud ei fod yn dlawd, a gwael am ennill gyflog. Fe allai fod ei well i'w gael am drin y byd ariannog. Mae mhen yn gwrando ar fy mam, ac ar fy nhad anwylaf, mae gwg fy mrawd a llyd fy chwaer yn dio arnof. Ond mae'n halon dydd a nos yn sisial wrth ei hunan. Ni fyna hi neb, ond yr Annwyl Arthur Ifan.
Minute and a half of pure joy, John.
Yeah, there was a lot in there that Leslie's mother used to say about me.
Not yet.
And what Carol's mum said about me too.
If only Boris Johnson was able to ignore his advisors like that.
You turn up at the door in your army greatcoat and hair down to your arse, and you see the father's face take one look at you and say, "What the bloody hell has she brought home this time?"
Too right.
It's a rite of passage for teenagers, I'm sure.
The army greatcoat is surely it's an eider-down, isn't it? Army greatcoat, according to Billy Connolly.
Well, it was quite interesting when my daughter brought home a skinhead. I felt very much like Carol's dad would have done when I turned up with my hair down to my shoulders. But there you go.
Disappointed in my kids. They never did anything like that. Shame on them.
These days, they don't turn up with a greatcoat. They turn up with a pair of jeans that's somewhere down below their arse, don't they? It's not a good look. That.
No, definitely not.
Whoever decided that was the way you should look, with your gusset between your knees.
Right, moving on to Irene.
Okay.
Another one of the £2 a loaf brigade.
Yeah. I don't shop in Waitrose much. I go to Tesco's. And the backing is by Mike. He's done a lovely backing for this. So take it away, Dave. 1, 2, 3. Gulf Coast Highway, he worked the rails, he worked the rice fields with their cold dark wells, he worked the oil rigs in the Gulf of Mexico. The only thing we've ever owned is this old house here by the road. And when he dies, he says he'll catch some blackbird's wing. He will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring.
She walked through springtime when I was home. The days were sweet, our nights were warm. The seasons changed, the jobs would come, the flowers fade, and this old house felt so alone when the work took me away. And when she dies, she says she'll catch some blackbird's wing, and she will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring.
Highway 90, the jobs are gone. We tend our garden, we set the sun. This is the only place on earth blue bonnets grow. Once a year they come and go at this old house here by the road. When we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing. We will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring. He worked the rice fields with their cold dark wells. He worked the oil rigs in the Gulf of Mexico. The only thing we've ever owned is this old house here by the road. And when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing. We will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring.
Lovely.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely.
Thank you.
It's hard work doing that.
Yeah, she used to sing with him.
Yeah, I mean, we do take the piss relentlessly out of Mike, but
he sends
he must have a bit of talent there.
Plays them and sings with them.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, we miss that, don't we, Mike?
We certainly do.
Thank you for the backing track.
You're very welcome. It's all we do these days.
Right, I've lost my list now. Oh, we're back up in North Wales now, to the land of oldie. Chaz and Jan.
Good evening.
Hello.
Have you got one this half, one second half, or just one this half?
One this half, one second half.
Could you do one second half and one this half?
Maybe.
Okay.
Wink.
Yeah.
Okay, this one is dedicated to our youngest son. We've just had confirmation that he's joined the HMS Prince of Wales, an aircraft carrier in Portsmouth. He says it's a very big ship. Somewhere in the region of 65,000 tons displacement, apparently.
Would have been something to a few of you.
Anyway, here we go.
Sorry, is that 65,000 tons or 65,001 or 65,002? Sorry, private joke, sorry.
From the top. If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago, and I would know the waters, and the waters would know me, I'd cut across the waves and be as happy as can be. I'd be landless, I'd be loveless, I'd be flight and fancy free. I would know the waters, and the waters would know me. If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago.
And when I think about the place and time where I was born, I wonder if the hands of fate had slipped and placed me wrong. 'Cause there are ships I could have sailed and sailor's boots I could have worn. When I think about the place and time where I was born. If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago. But the ocean is still out there, magnificent and wide. She's got open arms to hold me, and endless space to hide. And the only things that hold me back are the things I hold inside. The ocean is still out there, magnificent and wide. If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago. Ooh, 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 sailing I would go.
Not bad, I don't suppose. Not bad.
Ah, if I'd been born 200 years ago, I'd be 266.
265.
Oh, ah.
Yeah. But you'd have had your jab, wouldn't you? You'd be hanging about waiting for your jab.
I've been in the queue. I'm still waiting. I'm a bit annoyed.
Yeah, so am I.
I've been told I'm vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. I am vulnerable.
One thing to say to Chaz and Jan. Please, please, please do not let your children write any more quiz questions.
All right.
Right, I understand that Alan is going to do my request from last week. Love this song. I've heard it for,
my loins are girded, John.
Yeah.
My goods.
That will take us to half time. So we're doing very well for time tonight. If we've got an extra 5 minutes, Alan, do we have a Rum Bum and Concertina video?
We can do that, yeah. It's in reserve, John. I am at your disposal.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Not making promises.
So we've done songs. Mr. Durno said he likes songs with stories in. So do I. And so many folky songs they've got stories. And sometimes there's bits of the stories that you don't hear, and you have to make up. You have to understand. You have to just imagine what happened in between. But this is a song, and to follow Mrs. Warburton's little boy's lead, there are only 7 deaths in this song, John. I'm sorry to disappoint you. There are at least 7 deaths.
That's not bad going.
Oh, it's at least 7, if you count them. And hands up those who remember a 10 bob note. Thank you. No, don't put your hands up. No, it's just rhetorical question. We all do. I know. We all do. And so the 10 bob note in this story is quite critical to the end.
We were never wealthy enough to own one.
You could have fish and chips. You could have 4 pints of bitter fish and chips. You could be pissed. Get fish and chips on the way home and give some change to the kids out of a 10 bob note.
No, that was after 2 and 6. Good grief, Alan.
Have you had your jab, John? You're showing your age anyway. That's all I'm saying. Steve Tilston is a super duper songwriter, and he lives in Bristol area. I think he's from Bristol originally. And this is a song of his called Slip Jigs and Reels.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a smashing song. I just hope I do it justice tonight. I have been practicing it all week. Well, all day. Sorry, all day anyway. So there's a story anyway. He was barely a man in his grandfather's coat, sewn into the lining a 10-shilling note. Goodbye to the family, goodbye to the shore. Till I taste good fortune, you'll see me no more. Then the boat on the ocean was tossed like a cork, till one fine morning they sighted New York, and he stood on the gangplank and breathed in the air. It's a lowland of plenty, I've come for me share. But he did like the ladies, the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, the rolling the dice and the spinning the wheel. Oh, but he took most delight in those slip jigs and reels. There was talk of a pistol and some say a knife, but all are agreed there was somebody's wife. Some kind of commotion, a terrible fight. He left the man dead and ran into the night. Took a train to St. Louis, just one jump ahead. He slept one eye open, a 6-gun in bed. But he dreamt of the mountains, the green fields of home, while crossing the plains where the buffalo roam. But he did like the ladies, the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, the rolling the dice and the spinning the wheel. Oh, but he took most delight in those slip jigs and reels. Now bad reputation's a hard thing to bear. Mothers pour scorn and young children they stare. But he took consolation in flash company. That's you. Life ain't so bad with a girl on your knee. And they called him the kid. And by 21, all that he knew was the power of the gun. And by 23, he shot 5 men down. That got in his way as he rambled around. But he did like the ladies, the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, the rolling the dice and the spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in those slip jigs and reels. Now there's bones in the desert and buzzards that fly. In the deadliest ambush, there's bones in the desert and buzzards that fly. In the highest of circles, just wishing he'd die. But in matters of cruelty, it must be said that a landlord will pick your bones before you're dead. It was brave mescaleros, I heard someone say, in the deadliest ambush near old Santa Fe. And a young buck was taken, he was dressed in a coat, and inside the lining a 10-shilling note. But he did like ladies, the rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, the rolling the dice and the spinning the wheel. Oh, but he took most delight in those slip jigs and reels. Slip jigs and reels. Slip jigs and reels. Slip jigs and reels.
Oh, super!
Thank you, Alan. It's a smashing song. Great song.
What are mescaleros? Are they people who take mescaline?
They might well be. Yeah, I think they're probably an American native tribe. I don't know. Google it, David. Google it. Google of all. Google of all.
Yeah, I think there was just some sort of bandit.
Google of all. Yeah.
Right, well, thank you, Alan. Really enjoyed that. And I think mescaleros are just some sort of bandits rather than drug users.
Mescalito. No, mescal is the chemical that's inside certain mushrooms within the and cactus. Cactus and mushrooms contain mescal. There you go. I'll keep it up now.
I think mescaleros are half-breeds, aren't they? I think they're like mixed race, I think.
No, mulatto. You're thinking of, I'll take the mulatto. Who's captain here?
It's like an open university tutorial here.
Oh,
They're femmelins, aren't they?
What's the janitor doing here?
It's all my fault. Sorry.
Does anybody want to know anything about illegal substances? I sort of,
You're asking for a friend, aren't you, John?
I absolve myself from any knowledge of such things.
If anybody would actually like to know what mescaleros are, they're a tribe of Apaches.
There we are.
Oh, there's a wise
live
man.
in the shadows.
Oh, yeah. Well, just keep taking the mushrooms, John. You're doing all right so far.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, talking about the party, I was thinking when I was shooting 5 men down in the middle of that, when we were kids, I mean, that's how we used to play. That was your gun, wasn't it? This. We didn't grow up into psychopath. Well, most of us didn't.
Can you remember this one?
Did we not?
I'm not playing with you. You don't take it. You remember that? People who wouldn't fall over when you went.
Yeah, you kicked him in the nads then, didn't you?
Perhaps it was just a real thing.
Right. Oh, we've got Roger. Roger's just joined us. We haven't seen or heard Roger for 6, 7, 8 months.
Nice to see.
But nice to see you, Roger. I don't know if you can hear us or whatever. You're just a blank on the screen, but nice of you to join us, Roger. Before I don't want to follow that for a minute. If you can see, I'm just stalling a bit. So we'll have a quick word with North Wales property magnate.
Oh,
Mrs. Williams. Oh, she's still awake.
I'm here. Hiya, everyone.
Are they still flying off?
Yeah. But it was saying in the paper today, the prices may start tumbling down again now. They might have peaked. But it doesn't matter though whether you buy or sell. If it's a high market, you get good. If it's a low market, you get lower, but it's all comparable, isn't it?
It's only
So as
first
long as you
buyers
sell
that
in the
suffer
same
the ups and downs,
Yeah.
isn't it? First time.
Yeah.
No, the person who suffers the ups and downs is the estate agent who's not
course.
giving us much
Sorry.
commission, have they, Glenys?
Well, yes,
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah, you won't be shopping at Waitrose if the prices come down.
No, Aldi's.
Nothing wrong with Aldi.
Nothing wrong with Aldi's.
Thank you for saying hello, John. Sorry, I couldn't get myself unmuted.
Oh, Roger's there.
Oh,
There he is. Oh, no, Roger. Where's your
Hello.
face?
I don't know. I can't get it on, but
It's probably a
First of all-
blessing, that. It's probably a blessing, Roger.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
Lovely to hear you.
Well, thank you. Thanks very much.
Where have you been? I want a note from your mam.
Yes. I got my vaccination yesterday, so my mum
Oh,
knows.
well done,
Oh.
you old bugger.
Okay, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt. Sorry to hold you up.
No. Just nice to hear from you, Roger. And nice to see you drop in anyway.
Right, okay, I think everybody's now forgotten how good Alan was. So I'll see if I know the words to this one. Screwed the first one up a little bit, didn't I? This is Mike Silver's song, or my version of it. She knows he thinks about her, though the times are not so grand. You can only play the cards you're holding in your hand. She knows he thinks of leaving, doesn't want to let him go. Well, there's something left unfinished that she needs to know. She says, let's decorate the bedroom, DIY from the superstore. But he's 5 counts down the 6-pack, he's not listening anymore. But she feels his heart is kinder than he wants to let her think. So she exercises patience, does the dishes in the sink. Take your time till you decide. It's a matter of love, not a matter of pride. When people get close, they sometimes collide. How the truth gets turned into lies. He says, I wish I had some money, show this town a thing or two. Say my woman let her hair down like she always wanted to. Though I'm just a weekend dreamer, still my heart's not far away. Would she be better if I leave her, or better if I stay? Take your time till you decide. It's a matter of love, not a matter of pride. When people get close, they sometimes collide. How the truth gets turned into lies. He doesn't want another woman, she doesn't look at other men. An affair might be exciting, disappoints you in the end. They both know there's something missing, floating just beyond their reach. In this lover's search and rescue, will they find what they might keep? Take your time till you decide. It's a matter of love, not a matter of pride. When people get close, they sometimes collide. How the truth gets turned into lies. Oh. My internet connection is unstable.
You're unstable, John.
That
Course
finish.
he is.
Did you get the end of that or not?
Yeah, it'll come out
we've got it.
recording fine.
Yeah, I just got a big thing across my screen about 15 seconds before then. Your internet connection is unstable.
Mm-hmm. It'll come out in the
As is
WASP
your,
one. It'll
as
be
is
fine
your
on
mental
record.
status, it always added. Right, who have we got next? Mike Hawkins.
Ooh.
Probably on the
just quickly. Mescaleros are also the backing band of Joe Strummer. Just to say.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, well, there you go. That's sorted that.
Yeah. Oh.
Pub quiz question, that one.
Yeah. Right. We're all fascinated.
This is a song that used to be sung by someone who come to the club. His name escapes me now. It's called Tom's Gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone on a whaling ship away to Hilo. Tommy's gone on a damn long trip. Tom's gone to Hilo. He never kissed his girl goodbye. Away to Hilo. He's left her and he told her why. Tom's gone to Hilo. She's robbed him blind and left him broke. Away to Hilo. And he's had enough, he gave her the poke. Tom's gone to Hilo. His half day's pay, it went like chaff. Away to Hilo. She's hung around for the other half. Tom's gone to Hilo. She's drank and boozed his pay away. Away to Hilo. With a weather eye on the next payday. Tom's gone to Hilo. He shipped away around Cape Horn. Away to Hilo. His clothes and boots are in the pawn. Tom's gone to Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone on a whaling ship. Away to Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone on a damn long trip. Tom's gone to Hilo.
Lovely.
I have never heard that sung better, right?
No, I haven't.
It was absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I think that's an absolutely lovely song, actually.
There was some hell of a harmonies going wrong somewhere around these Muppet boxes.
It's one of the best shanties that going, really.
Oh, it's grand. It's grand.
Is it a traditional thing, or was it a Cyril Tawney song?
It's a shanty, yeah. So it's a traditional shanty.
Right.
It wasn't written by Cyril Tawney, I don't think, no.
No, fair enough. I'll take your word for it, Michael.
Cyril Tawney's dead, so he's not going to litigate.
No, he doesn't matter anyway, is he? What does he know?
Okay, I'll go through the list again. Then everybody knows where they are. Gaffer, Nick,
Mike, Mouse.
Oh, just a minute.
I'll just mute him.
I think the cat's just found a mouse.
What about Alan?
I think Mike's cat has just found a mouse. So we might get to see it in a minute.
Oh, it'll bring it in as a gift.
Right.
Yes.
Where was it? We've got Mike. We've got Alan. Alan Manouche.
Thanks, Gaffer.
Nick. John and Carol. Jeff. Brian. I think Davith and B are probably done for the night.
Mike? Yes.
Yeah, Mike, Gwyn, Irene, Chaz and Jan, Alan. Yeah, I think my thought of having a few minutes spare, forget it.
Optimistic.
Yes.
It's me now, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, this is, I think it's an Andy Mitchell song from the singing of Andy Irvine. It's called Farewell Indiana. Fairly well now, Indiana, your green land's been good to me. There I've travelled, there I've settled, there I've raised up my family. But the cord was never broken, and the longing each day has grown. So tomorrow I'll believe in for a land I call my home. Well, all my friends say that I'm crazy, going back to such poverty. America is, so they say now, the land of opportunity. But the grey hair runs so swiftly, and the heron slowly flies. There are treasures in my homeland that no money could ever buy. Oh, my ship lies in the harbour, and I look back upon your shore. There's a sadness that I'm leaving your green land forevermore. But as my ship lies on the ocean, and every day we are at sea, all the dreams I've had for years now coming closer to reality. So fairly well now, Indiana, your green land's been good to me. Well, there I've travelled, there I've settled, there I've raised up my family. But the cord was never severed, and the longing each day has grown. So tomorrow I'll believe in for a land I call my home. So tomorrow I'll believe in for a land that I call my home.
That was worth waiting for, wasn't it, boys and girls?
Just in case anyone's worried, I did catch the mouse and I let it go outside.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what you're saying?
Did you counsel it?
Limbs intact.
No, I caught the mouse.
Yeah. Did you
Well, it's
counsel
one
it? before- Did you just release it without counselling? That's very.
I just released it.
irresponsible.
Yeah. It's there for the cats to cat all over again. Yeah.
You should have put the cat out. The mouse only came in because it was cold outside. The mouse will clear off and go on his own in the spring.
The mouse came in because it was a bit slow, I think. But one of our cats is a very good mouser. He's always catching mice.
This is becoming surreal. Right, let's get on to somebody sensible. Let's have the gaffer.
Oh, lovely. We had a cat was scared of mice. I
You're
tried to train him and he gored me. He did. He sunk his claws into me just like you wouldn't happen to Ian's dad and his lion taming. God, Rufus his name was. He wasn't scared of anything else, just mice. There you go. Possibly a rat, I don't know. Who would have thought that was a big mouse and even more scary. Another one from the Ladybird book of fascists. A bit more widespread in its fascist net for this one, if I can get the tune right. I wish you never happened, Adolf Hitler. I wish you never happened, Adolf H. I wish that history had turned out differently and never got beyond the Second Reich. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker contraceptive, or waltzed some other Austrian to bed. Now I wish you never happened, Mussolini. I wish you never happened, Benny M. If it takes so many crimes to get those trains to run on time, I'd sooner hang round longer for me train. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker contraceptive, or took someone better looking off to bed. Now I wish you never happened, Hirohito. I wish you never happened, Emperor. I wish that poor Japan had found a rather better man, a man of peace, and not a man of war. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker contraceptive, or took somebody less regal off to bed. Now I wish you'd never happened, Joseph Goebbels. I wish you'd never happened, Joseph G. God knows why the fatherland had to trust its propaganda to the biggest flaming liar in Germany. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker contraceptive, or took somebody respectable to bed. I wish you'd never happened, Vidkun Quisling. I wish you'd never happened, Vidkun Q. I wish those fine Norwegian folk had found a rather better bloke, and an evil, stinking, thieving turd like you. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead. I used a rather thicker contraceptive, or just took hot water bottles up to bed. Now I wish you'd never happened, General Franco. I wish you'd never happened, General Ave. I wish that poor old Spain had spared such grief, and spared such pain, and spared so many needless deaths. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker contraceptive, or took a human being off to bed. I wish you'd never happened, Germany calling. I wish you'd never happened, Lord Haw Haw. I wish your dulcet tones had never graced a microphone, and whoever wired it up had wired your jaw. I wish your mother never flaming had ya. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker contraceptive, or took a different flaming alien to bed. I wish you'd never happened, Marshal Pétain. I wish you'd never happened, Marshal P. I wish you and Laval and your collaborator pals had never set up shop, maybe she. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker contraceptive, or took somebody respectable to bed. I wish you'd never happened, Adolf Hitler. I wish you'd never happened, Adolf H. I wish that history had turned out differently. I never got beyond the Second Reich. I wish your mother never flaming had you. I wish that she had kept her maidenhead, or used a rather thicker and reliable contraceptive, or waltzed some other Austrian to bed. I've never put so much wishful thinking into one song.
Right.
You missed off Boris Johnson.
Oh.
We'll
have to write another verse, don't you?
Yeah. He'll write another verse he'll never finish. Nick, can you get rid of Tatus there?
Aha! Tatus is going to sing. Are we right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want any more of your warm water soup, though.
Tough. This is a down payment on next week in case I can't be there, because there's some weather in this song. I don't have much use for your warm water soup. Take me in from the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, rain and snow. Take me in from the cold rain and snow. As you walk around this town, take a good look around. See us out here in the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, rain and snow. See us out here in the cold rain and snow. Your politicians talk while we're condemned to walk for all time in the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, rain and snow, for all time in the cold rain and snow. I found me a wife, loved her with all my life, but I loved her till the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, rain and snow, I lost her to the cold rain and snow. I don't have much use for your warm water soup. Take me in from the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, rain and snow. Take me in from the cold rain and snow. Rain and snow, rain and snow. Take me in from the cold rain and snow.
break them strings, bending them like that. You'll break them. You know that.
Well, there's some spare ones.
I've told you once, I've told you a dozen times. If you keep bending them, they'll break, and then there'll be tears. Don't
You're
come
right.
crying to me.
I never learn.
Right.
Or a song,
Okay,
lovely.
Nick. It's been. We haven't heard from you for weeks and weeks. It's been. I hate to say it, but it's actually been quite nice to see.
Oh, it's
you.
been average. Yeah, it's been average, hasn't it, John?
You say the nicest things. You liars.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, shut him up, Alan. We're moving over to John and Carol.
Oh, are we? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, this is another one of my own with a sort of hippie theme to it. Called Life. Life, as in, you know.
Life. Have you
Breathing.
spilt anything yet, John? Have you spilt anything?
Not yet, Alan.
Just a progress check. That's all.
The bottle is empty. The glass is half full. So, you know, we're doing quite well. It's not what you take, nor the money you make. Got nothing to do with status or with class. This ain't life isn't a race or a money paper chase, and it isn't a test you have to pass. It's more of how you care and the love that you can share with those all around you and the whole world if you dare. It's about being kind and the friendships that you find that will mark you out as a man. Ooh. It's not about religion, not about your gods. It's not about your rules and regulations. If we have, we must give, or live and let live. If we hope to bring peace unto the nations. Ooh. It's not about the power, not about the oil. We must put an end to war and starvation. If we have, we must give, live and let live. If we hope to bring peace unto the nations. Ooh. So it's not what you take, nor the money you make. Got nothing to do with status or with class. This life isn't a race or a money paper chase, and it isn't a test you have to pass. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you.
And any bugger can sing them, but it takes a bit more skill to actually write them.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Carol, what have you got?
I've got a family cat limericks.
Does it catch mice?
Yeah.
One of them does.
Dead.
We've got our daughter called Cara and our son called Keith. You don't need to know any more than that. We have a black and white cat called Ellie, who likes you to tickle her belly. She rolls on the mat so you can do just that. That's our short-haired cat called Ellie. Merry was Ellie's brother. He was long-haired like his mother, but he got out one day while we were away, so we had to say a sad farewell to Ellie's brother. Cara's family have 2 cats as well, a tabby and a tortoiseshell. But though mother and daughter, they don't get on as they ought to, 'cause out of love they fell. Keith's cat is called Captain Ginge. Hunting mice is his thing, but he's also a big softy puss who likes a huge fuss. He's cuddlesome, ferocious Ginge. Thank you.
I prefer the little nipper. Just it's gone, instantly.
My friend has humane mouse traps. He lives down near Llanrydder on the Waterfall Road, and he has humane traps, and he gets the mice in them, drives 3 miles up the road, lets the mice
Yeah, but when they get there, they'll probably be killed by all the other local mice.
Yeah, but that's fate, isn't
That's
it?
nature.
Yeah. Well done, John. That's all I'm going to say. Well done.
They might well get home before him, though.
That's right.
Right.
Are they homing mice?
Come on, shut up. I'm going to be quartered to...
They haven't got rings on.
I can categorically say that my mice are homing mice, and if you took them 3 miles up the road, they'd be back here by tomorrow morning.
Right, well, come on, Jeff. Sing us a song.
Top tip for guitarists. If you're tuning a guitar, this is my son who's a sound engineer has told me this. If you're using electronic tuner like that to tune your guitar, use the A string is supposed to be at 440 hertz if you're in standard tuning. If you use a tuner to tune the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, that. But when you want to tune the 6th and the 1st, just put a capital on at 3 and tune both outside strings to G. And when you actually play it, it'll be perfectly in tune, because the tuner won't capture the correct hertz for both the outside and the top string. There you are. But he didn't know that. I didn't know that until he told me that this week. Alan probably knows that because he tunes all sorts of things.
Well, I tune pianos, and on the average piano, Jeff, there are more than 220 strings to tune.
Oh, we don't want to know anything about that. 220.
At least once over. Yeah.
That's worse than banjos.
I couldn't possibly comment without charging you guineas.
Well, I just thought this week, spurred on by the success of last week, and life is in G, so this is in G. So if anybody wants to pick up the guitar and have a go at this, feel free. This is Woody Guthrie. Green Douglas firs where the waters push through. Down her wild canyons and mountains she flew. Canadian Northwest to the ocean so blue. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Your power is turning our darkness to dawn. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. Other great rivers add power to you. Yakima Snake and Cutchee-Chatu, Sandy Williamette and the Hood River too. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Your power is turning our darkness to dawn. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. And it's there on your banks that we have many a fight. Sheridan's boys in the blockhouse that night, they saw us in death but never in flight. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Power is turning our darkness to dawn. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. And on up the river, well the Grand Coulee down, mightiest thing ever built by a man, to power the great factories and water the land. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Power is turning our darkness to dawn. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. And on up the banks there's no, done that, sorry. And the water's turned, the water has risen to fill up the locks, and now shiploads of plenty can sail through the docks. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. The power is roll on, Columbia, roll on. And the mighty men laboured by day and by night, matching their strength against the river's wild flight, against rapids and falls till they won the hard fight. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Your power is turning our darkness to dawn. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. Last time. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Roll on, Columbia, roll on. Your power is turning our darkness to dawn. So roll on, Columbia, roll on. It should be at Bonneville now. There are ships in the docks. The waters have risen to cover the rocks. Could I remember that at the beginning of that verse? Ah, dear.
Oh, never mind. It was still very enjoyable, and we all enjoyed joining in. And I can see the Lady Helen there joining in the background behind Mike. It's no use hiding behind the door. We've seen you, Helen. Hello.
I'm listening.
He was hopeless without you.
Oh,
Absolutely right.
Story of my life.
Right, okay, well, thanks, Jeff. We're going down South Coast now for Brian.
Okay, this is another Raymond Froggatt song called I Ride a Horse. I ride a horse on the wind, I don't know where I am going. High in the sky, you and I follow where the wind is blowing. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse round the world. There's a million people dying, and tear after tear falling down on the younger they are crying. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. Young boys and girls all over the world, where the old and the wise, they are living with lies. I ride a horse to the sun, where the lovely eyes are smiling. I ride a horse in my dreams, ever slipping and a sliding. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. Young boys and girls all over the world, where the old and the wise, they are living with lies. I ride a horse in my dreams, ever slipping and a sliding, tear after tear falling down on the babies as they're crying. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse round the world. There's a million people dying, and tear after tear falling down on the younger, they are crying. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. Young boys and girls all over the world, where the olds and the wise, they are living with the wise. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse, I ride a horse. I ride a horse.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of a dob in there. He's just taking it off. Yeah. Gaffer was doing his dobbing impression there.
Oh.
Right, thank you. No Daniel O'Donnell tonight, Brian. We've missed him.
No Irish tonight at all.
No.
Sorry, John, did you say dobbin?
Yes.
Yeah? Where have you gone?
He's disappeared.
I'm fine with dobbin.
Okay. Hercules, Steptoe's horse, as we know from last week. Right, okay, looking at my list, it's Mike. And he's, being the true pro, is there, he's got his guitar around his neck, is unmuted. What can you say?
You don't actually know it's a guitar. All you can see is there's a strap.
Well, that's true.
And Gaffer, you can put the horse head back on if you like, because this song combines horse riding, failed marriage, and the challenges of single parenting. It's also got a reference to sunlight rather, so it could be an advance payment for next week. Saw your picture on a poster in a cafe out in Phoenix. Guess you're still the sweetheart of the rodeo. As for me and Lil Casey, we still make the circuit in a one-horse trailer and a mobile home. And she still asks about you all the time, and I guess we never even cross your mind. But oh, sometimes I think about you and the way you used to ride out in your rhinestones and your sequins, with the sunlight on your hair. And oh, the crowd will always love you. As for me, I've come to know everything that glitters is not gold. Well, old Red, he's getting older, and last Saturday he stumbled, but you know I just can't bear to let him go. Little Casey, she's still growing, and she started asking questions, and there's certain things a man just doesn't know. My birthday came and you never even called. I guess we never cross your mind at all. But then sometimes I think about you and the way you used to ride out in your rhinestones and your sequins, with the sunlight on your hair. And oh, the crowd will always love you. And to me I've come to know everything that glitters is not gold. Everybody said you'd make it big someday, and I guess that we were only in your way. But someday I'm sure you're gonna know the cost, 'cause for everything you win there's something lost. But oh, sometimes I think about you and the way you used to ride out in your rhinestones and your sequins, with the sunlight on your hair. And oh, the crowd will always love you. As for me, I've come to know everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that glitters is not gold. Thank you.
Oh. Excellent, mate.
I know Helen carries him most weeks.
This
but
is true.
He's not been bad on his own today.
No, he's been practicing, I think.
Oh, he has, yeah.
Was it just my video then? Or did things go a bit awry? I got a full screen of Roger putting stuff on his fire.
So did I.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And we did too, yeah.
Yeah, so I found there was something called Spotlight View had turned up, so
What's that?
I've never seen it before. Next to the recording button there was Spotlight View, so I pressed
Spotlight?
that, and then it
Sorry about that.
went to Speaker View, and then I put it on Gallery View, and we're back.
Oh,
So it's your fault, really.
it's probably me. Probably me twiddling with stuff. Roger, you're in the spotlight. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, thanks for that.
Who knows? Who knows why?
If you're going to join us again, Roger, on behalf of everybody else, we would love to hear you do the Ivor Biggin thing.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
on another occasion, not tonight.
It was stunningly good.
Yeah.
No, not tonight. No, I've not got time for you tonight. Bugger off. Another night, we would love to hear that again.
Yeah. When it was last time, we just couldn't believe your timing, Roger. So next time, get the timing right. Get the timing right.
Well, that'd be a great pleasure.
No, it was spot on last time. I'll zip myself now.
Right, okay, well, it's Gwyn now, live.
Yes. Go on, Gwyn.
Yeah, here we go. Right. Another American folk song. But this one comes from the South. It comes from New Orleans. And it's from Mardi Gras. The patois involved in the song are from the chants of Mardi Gras. My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma told your grandma, gonna set your flag on the fire. Talking about, hey now, Aiko, Aiko Anne, Giacomo Fino Anane, Giacomo Finane. Look at my king all dressed in red, Aiko, Aiko Anne. Bet you $5 gonna kill you dead, Giacomo Finane. Talking about, hey now, Aiko, Aiko Anne. Giacomo Fino Anane, Giacomo Finane. My flag boy and your flag boy, sitting by the fire. My flag boy told your flag boy, gonna set your flag on fire. Talking about a hey now, Aiko, Aiko, Anne, Giacomo Fino Anane, Giacomo Finane. Look at that guy all dressed in green, Aiko, Aiko, Anne. He ain't a man, he's a loving machine, Giacomo Finane. Talking about hey now, Aiko, Aiko, Anne, Giacomo Fino Anane, Giacomo Finane, Aiko.
Hey!
Oh yeah!
It could have been Harry Belafonte, couldn't it?
Arabella Fonte.
Oh yeah, with the big sleeves. You need big sleeves.
I remember Jeff Durno used to have a shirt like that, didn't he? With big.
Oh.
We used to take the piss out of him.
Has he gone?
No, he's still there. Right.
I will not
Okay,
wear my
okay.
sleeve.
We've
I
got
remember.
Irene next. On her own.
Okay.
Are you on your own now?
I'm going to do a little Glasgow street song. Ali bally bee, sitting on your mammy's knee, greeting for a wee bobby to buy some Cooter's candy. Pair we sow, you're looking very thin, a puckle of bones covered with skin. Now you're getting a wee double chin for eating Cooter's candy. Mammy, hand me my thrifty doon, here's old Coulter coming round, wi' a basket on his croon, selling Cooter's candy. Ali bally bee, when you grow up you'll go to sea, making pennies for your mammy and me, to buy some Cooter's candy. Oor wee Jenny's greeting tay, say what can pay old mammy day, but gie them a penny atween them to weigh, to buy some Cooter's candy. Ali bally bee, sitting on your mammy's knee, greeting for a wee bobby, to buy some Cooter's candy, to buy some Cooter's candy.
Wow! Oh, street songs. They're wonderful things. Street songs.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Irene, I remember playing ball against the wall to Cooter.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah.
I do.
Oh, great. Thank you.
I don't want to sound sexist, but girls could play ball against the wall and they would use two hands like this and they would just go round and round and round, and boys would go two hands like this and not have a bloody clue. I don't know whether it's something... I can remember trying it, balls against the wall, and girls used to just do this. You know,
I always found balls against the wall was very painful.
There's just no answer to that, really. But
It's deftness of hand.
Yeah. Of course, the Stokies would know. Kick a bow again a woe. Hit it with your foss and bossed it.
Oh, dear.
Are they familiar with that?
Let's keep another part against the wall.
Oh.
Let's move on. Chas and Jan, save us.
Well.
We've sort of dredged the history back in the sort of late 80s, early 90s at the folk club, towards the end of the evening, when someone would approach the microphone, you knew what was coming. So here goes. Got no bags and baggage to slow me down. Well, I'm travelling so fast my feet don't touch the ground. Travelling light, travelling light. I just can't wait to be with my baby tonight. No comb or a toothbrush, I got nothing to hold. I'm carrying only a pocket full of dreams, a heart full of love, and they weigh nothing at all. Boom, boom, boom. Soon I'm gonna see that love look in her eyes. I'm a hoot and a holler away from paradise. Travelling light, travelling light. Well, I just can't wait to be with my baby tonight. No comb or a toothbrush, I got nothing to hold. I'm carrying only a pocket full of dreams, a heart full of love, and they weigh nothing at all. Boom, boom, boom. Soon I'm gonna see that love look in her eyes. I'm a hoot and a holler away from paradise. Travelling light, travelling light. Well, I just can't wait to be with my baby tonight. Well, I just can't wait to be with my baby tonight. Well, I just can't wait.
Only perfect.
Oh, yeah, you weren't going to catch me out with that one.
You can almost be there.
Yeah, come back, Ken Davies, soul is forgiven.
Oh, bless him. With his bow and bloody hellfire.
I'd rather forget the bowgun. Oh, that's a long, long time since. God, yeah. Right, okay, we are almost at the end. Alan has got his instrument of pleasure strapped to him.
I'm strapped in. I'm just going to turn the volume down, John, for obvious reasons. Alan, I could see Alan jerking there. He got his D pipes in order. Of course, we need to study Brian's methods in order to do things in combination on Zoom. But it's not one of those things that lends itself to harmony singing, of course. But there's a lot of a good chorus here. And I have to say, John, at least 70 people died in this song. Is that okay for you? That'll send you to bed happy, will it?
That sounds fine, Alan. Thank you. Yes. You know, after all, it is a folk club, and if people don't die in a folk club, then it's not a folk club, is it?
I die every week here.
I'm trying
You're not on your own, mate.
Anyway, this reflects John Shepherd's age, to be fair. And it's 70 boys and men were lost from Grimsby town. From Yarmouth town to Scarborough, many hundreds more were drowned. Our herring craft, our trawlers, our fishing smacks as well. They long defied the bitter night and battled with the swell. Methinks I see a host of craft spreading their sails with ease, as down the Humber they all glide, bound for the northern seas. Methinks I see on each small craft this crew with hearts so brave, going out to earn their daily bread upon the restless wave. And it's 70 boys and men were lost from Grimsby town. From Yarmouth town to Scarborough, many hundreds more were drowned. Methinks I see on each small crowd crew with hearts so brave, going out to earn the daily bread upon the restless way. Methinks I see, methinks I see. Oh, it's gone, it's gone. Right, last verse. October's night brought such a sight you never seen before. There were masts and yards and broken spars cast upon the shore. There was many a heart of sorrow, there was many a heart so brave. There was many a fine and hearty lad did find a watery grave. And it's 70 boys and men lost from Grimsby town. From Yarmouth town to Scarborough, many hundreds more were drowned. Our herring craft, our trawlers, our fishing smacks as well, they long defied the bitter night and battled with the swell. And they long defied the bitter night and battled with the swell.
Oh, that was almost really nice, Alan. Almost.
The second verse just evaporated. It just anweddi. Mae'r ail bennydd wedi anweddi. Dyna ni.
Oh, fel dy
Just went. It just went. Just went. And there's no point in chasing.
That brings us to the end. So we'll be switching off the recording in a second. And if you want to stop for a chat afterwards, we'll have a little bit of a chat. The only disappointment of the night, really, apart from me forgetting the words right at the beginning, was that Kate and Ian didn't do a slip jig for your first song, Alan. You know, they're pretty good on the feet, and I was a bit disappointed to see that. But
maybe next week.
Everything. Otherwise, it's been a cracking good night, and thanks for everyone for turning up. And we'll see you next week when we'll be doing the weather.
Weather.